Hello and welcome to my channel. I say this with love 33. If it's your first time here, thank you for visiting. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. I want to talk today about investments and not in the financial world. I want to talk about investments on ourselves, investments on you as an individual, you as a human on this earth. And what I mean by investing in ourselves, and I'll go deeper into this, is do you invest in what you put into your body and how you take care of your body? Do you invest in the time of self-care and self-love? Do you invest in what you're feeding your brain and your nervous system? Do you invest in what you love, what you like, what you feel? These are questions that we really got to ask ourselves. I didn't see myself as an investment for the majority of my life, and now I do. You as an individual and investing into yourself is something that might take practice but can be learned, because me, like most of us here on earth, don't feel that we have the time to take for ourselves, or we just gotta hurry, or we're not worthy, or we don't have the self-confidence, or we have limiting self-beliefs that say, no, I'm not worth it, or no, I can't afford that, or no, I shouldn't do that. And these limiting self-beliefs hinder our ability to grow and expand. So if you can think of yourself as a beautiful, worthy, sovereign individual that came here to this earth to do specific things and to shine your light, then you can feel that making an investment inside you is gonna be energetically stimulating, abundant. It's gonna bring so many beautiful feelings inside you, which will then exude outside of you. So let's talk about investing in our body. How do we nourish our body? What do we do with our body? Are we sedentary? Do we get movement and exercise? So this is a big one, because without our bodies, we would not be able to do anything that we do every day. So if you think about all the things that you do during the day, from standing up, sitting, walking, running, shopping, laundry, like you name it, you don't realize what your body does for you. And if you're of a certain age like I am, our bodies have been working with us and for us for many years. Sometimes our bodies get tired and break down. Sometimes our bodies get sick. But every time our body is speaking to us and we choose not to listen, we just keep pushing and going forward, that's a sign that we are not taking a proper investment in our body. So when we were all created on this earth, our bodies, our human bodies, were not intended to be sedentary. We need movement. Our bodies need to get exercise. Our bodies need to release energy and move energies around. Our bodies need to get movement for proper production, like internally. So even like going to the bathroom, having bowel movements, like your body needs movement. Your body needs to move energy around to release stagnant, trapped energies like down inside our gut. Our body needs the movement. When you go out and you maybe take a walk, you go for a workout, you run, whatever it is that you like to do, you start to circulate hormones that trigger endorphins and gets you having good feelings and feeling good and confident and able to conquer things. So this is one way to invest in ourselves, through movements in our body, exercise. Also, an overabundant amount of exercise doesn't qualify for this, because as with everything in life, there's got to be a proper balance. If you go too much one way, then the other side's going to not be okay. If you go too much that way, then that's not going to work out. Everything on this earth is about proper balance, alignment, creating harmony in between the two. Next investment, let's talk about what we choose to feed our bodies. Do you feed your body to nourish it, or do you feed your body because you're anxious, depressed, emotional, sad, happy, excited? We tend to just eat and put things in our body when we are emotional. We eat with our emotions. We don't eat to nourish ourselves, and we don't eat to live. We live to eat. An investment that I made in, and I'll share this story with you, is about, and this is my own personal choice, and I'm not telling anybody to go do it, but if it resonates with you and you want to feel if it's true for you, then please, by all means, go try it. But for me, my personal story, I made the investment to eat organic foods. So I go to an organic store and buy organic foods. I buy organic produce, meats, grass-fed and finished meats. I buy organic everything that I'm going to consume in my home. I really eat organically. Yes, I do go out, and yes, I'll go have dinner at a friend's house or whatever, and it's obviously probably not going to be organic, but for me and my body, my vessel, and me continuing to rise to my highest self, eating organically is a beautiful energy. And yes, it costs a little more, but for me to invest that money into what I put into my mouth and how it makes me feel, because eating organically and consciously always makes me feel good. I always feel good after I eat my food, as compared to when I go eat somewhere and it's not organic, or it's not grass-fed and finished, and it's just probably got a lot of seed oils and chemicals, and it's not for my best interest. I feel it. My whole energy goes down. My body's like, oh, I get bloated. I don't feel energetic. I can feel it. I've become in tune with my body so that when I say, okay, note to self, when I eat like shit, I feel like shit. So I have chosen on my path to invest in me, my gut, my internal organs, and to eat organically. Try it. See if you like it. You're going to hem and holler about, oh, that's so expensive and I can't pay that much. I can't afford that. But here we go. There's the connection of, what do you feel you and your body are worth? Do you live in lack, or do you live in abundance? What kind of energy do you frequent that way? So yes, things cost a little more in the organic world, but your body is worth it. You are worth it. Your energy is worth it. Your soul is worth it. And I kind of look at it like this. I'm taking proactive steps because I've learned a lot, and I can't unknow what I have learned over the past 3 years. I can be proactive in my health and my body and eat organically and eat grass-fed and finished and eat clean whole foods now, or I could have continued to be on the path that I was on, which was going to the cheapest area in the grocery store, buying everything that's on sale, eating the cheap meats, eating foods that aren't nutritional or have any substance in it that are going to satiate my body and my organs. I would continue to choose to go out to eat to fast food, which is filled with sodium and fillers and seed oils, but I chose to not eat like that and to not fill my body with that. I am investing in my health, because when we as a society eat all the foods and go to all the places that are fast food filled with seed oils, fillers, chemicals, that's going to bring on illness. That's going to lower our immune system, and that's going to make us sick. When we get sick, we have to go to the doctor. We might have to take medicine. We might end up in the hospital. Like, literally, the investment for me now is honoring my body, my organs, my soul, myself with quality foods, because I am worth it. I am investing in myself. I am investing in my health. I am investing in my future. What about your mind? How can we invest in our mind? If you think about this, this is going to take a while. Think about, do you have anxiety? Do you feel emotional or overwhelmed or stressed out, or like an underlying like fear or like, oh, anxiousness? Do you watch the news? Do you have the TV on? Do you watch all the crap that comes on TV? This is all created, and especially the news and politics, for separation, for separating the people, the human conscious person. It creates fear and anxiety and lack. And it puts you in an energetic state of like, oh, the politics this and this person that, and look at all the corruptness in the world, and look at all the crime and everything that is projected on the news and the TV is 99% negative. It takes your energies and it just squeezes them. There's no peace. There's no joy. There's no expansion in your heart. It's just pure chaos. So when you have on your TV and you're listening to the news in the morning, in the night, when you're at home, and maybe the TV's just on for noise in the background, but you're listening to that and your subconscious is picking up on it, that's taking you down. I'm sorry, and I do say this with love, but it was years and years ago that I just was like, you know what? Like, the news is nothing but bad news. What about the good things in the world? Why can't we hear about the good things? And then people would say, well, that doesn't sell. And like, they're in it to make money, and the advertisers want to make money. So they have to just tell everybody the bad news. Well, that's not how I choose to see the world and view the world. Yeah, I know there's some dark stuff going on, but I choose to see the glass half full, not half empty. And that thought process and the investment for me to say, no more news, no more TV. Yes, I'll watch movies for me personally, and you don't have to do this. I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but if it resonates with you, try it. Like, why not? You don't need to believe everything everybody tells you, but find it out yourself. Try it yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you will like it, maybe you won't. I don't know. But I'm here to be honest with you and tell you the truth. And for myself, all these things and making investments in my exercise and the movement in my body, the foods that I choose to eat, the news and the TV that I choose to turn off and not watch, have made such a beautiful difference, such a beautiful. Now it's even to the point like when I walk into a store or into a building and they have the news on or the TV, I just immediately feel like, boop, shut it off. Ugh. It's just so dark. It's so negative. Let's talk about the love and the light and the good things our people are doing in the world. Yeah, I don't have my head buried in the sand, but also I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to live in lack. I choose to honor my emotional state and my flow of life. And for me, investing in turning that crap off has paid off. I'm worth it. And so are you. But like I said, just try it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Another investment in ourselves that I would like to talk about is like, where do you shop? Do you feel like you only can afford and you only belong in a low vibe, low frequency store? Like, I gotta shop at the cheapest place because everything on earth is so expensive and I can't afford this and this is too much and I could never eat that. I couldn't afford a nice big filet mignon. That mentality is a lack mentality. It's victim mentality because we are the creators of our life. And if we choose to live in lack and not abundance, and we live in that frequency, and we continue to do the same repeated patterns of shopping at the cheapest grocery store where the food is low quality, the meat is low quality. Think about all the hormones, all the chemicals, all the things the animals are injected with in your milk, your eggs, your meats, your cheeses. Like, all the extra things that they inject and put into our foods so that they can make more money is not a space where I want to be, and it's not a space where we should be. They're not in it for the human. They're not in it for the human's best interest and health, mentally and physically. They're in it for that bottom line, money. But you have the choice to invest in yourself. If you choose to shop at a low frequency store that has low vibration, cheap food that has chemicals and a whole list of ingredients, then that's your choice. You're not making an investment on yourself. Well, you are. You're making a cheap investment, an investment that is not going to pay off because you're going to feel low vibe. You're going to feel like ass because the chemicals and all the ingredients that you probably can't even name on the box of foods that you're buying is all things that bring you down energetically, physically, emotionally. We don't even know it. And then as you're eating the foods that you buy in the stores that have a list of ingredients this long and you can't pronounce them, and the number one ingredient might be like sugar or some kind of seed oil or a word that you can't even pronounce, those take its toll on your body, on your internal organs. Notice if you start to feel like bloated, your belly distends. Do you get gassy? Do you feel satiated? When we eat foods that are filled with massive amounts of ingredients that we can't pronounce, and they have certain chemicals in them, those chemicals are designed to keep you not full, not satiated, not satisfied. So even when you're done eating, you're like, God, I'm still hungry. Maybe 10 minutes later, an hour later, I don't know. But your body's not satisfied because it didn't get any proper nourishment from the chemicals that you just ingested that make you think and that tell your brain you're still hungry. So what do? You go eat more. And you're not hungry technically, but you're just eating more, and then you're probably feeling worse, and then you're gaining weight, and then you feel like you're in this nasty loop of like, oh, I eat and I went to a certain like fast food place and I ate it all, but I was still hungry. So then like 2 hours later, I went and got some more, and I now I can't sleep because I got like heartburn. So the investment in yourself is not returning because the nourishment isn't there, the satiation isn't there. It's a vicious cycle that our world has gotten into, especially here in America, because we don't eat whole raw foods. We don't have the crops that are clean and not sprayed with pesticides and contaminants and all the things that you can become aware of. And maybe this will open your heart and your mind to become aware of like, ooh, let me start reading the ingredient list. And if I can't pronounce the names on this ingredient list, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to go somewhere else. So how I invest in myself is going around to the grocery store and shopping the outer edges, the outer parameter of the store. So that would be the whole foods like produce, meats, dairy products, maybe some whole grains because we need whole grains in our body. Everything is balanced. Like I said, everything in harmony. You can't have everything clean and perfect and then not ever have anything over here that like, oh, well, that's fine. Because for me, nourishing my body also nourishes my mind. So yes, I eat clean and the most of the time, but I do go out with friends and family. I do connect with others over meals, and it's not all organic and grass-fed, like I had said. So I just try to create harmony and balance. The investment in yourself with the frequency of energies, the frequency of vibrations, where you choose to shop, a lot of that goes back into our childhood and things that we are not aware of, like generational trauma. So think about like, what store do you go shopping at? What foods do you buy? What foods do you cook for yourself and maybe your family? More than likely, probably, it's the same foods and stores that your parents raised you on and at. Go to the same stores your mom and dad took you to, your family shopped at. You cook the same foods. You eat the same things because that is all we know. That is all we learned. And that's just totally normal. I was the same way. I did everything I could as a teenager to be like, I will never be like my mom and dad, and I will never cook the yucky foods my mom made and all this stuff. And as I grew more aware and became intentional about what I put in my body, which was late in, or my early 50s, it's been 3.5 years, I realized like, dang, why did I eat that way? Why did I feel I couldn't afford to like buy this more high quality grass-fed and finished meat? Why did I always just straight go for the cheap stuff? Because that's the way I was raised. That's what my mom said. We can't afford that. We can't do that. Oh, we could never eat that good meat. So unknowingly, because it's buried in your subconscious, you don't even know that you're headed to the grocery store and making a poor investment on poor choices of foods and things that you put into your body. Become aware. This is the first step. It's totally normal to not even realize, like, what is this lady even talking about? Because I wouldn't have understood what I was talking about a few years back. But like I said before, I can't unknow what I know now. And I, as a person, being my highest self and finding peace and love and joy and bliss in my heart and inside my body, I couldn't do that if I continued to not invest in myself with my foods, my mind, my soul. Like, I have to feed myself in every possible way with conviction, with awareness, with mindfulness. Otherwise, I feel it deeply. I can completely feel everything, and you will too. And remember, it's a choice. You have the choice. You can live in lack or you can live in abundance. When you start to change your mindset and you're aware of like, oh gosh, I just made the wrong choice. I think I'm going to put this item back that I can't read the ingredients, and then I'm going to go over here and try to find something that's more wholesome and nourishing to my body. You're going to notice yourself feeling lighter. You're going to probably even start to lose a little bit of weight, because all the chemicals and processed foods that we ingest here in America just continue to feed the epidemic of obesity. And then with obesity comes depression and anxiety. And then you're at the doctor and you're taking pills and all kinds of medication. When God created this earth, God's source, universe, however you want to say it, the earth was created and the universe was created not with grocery stores and man-made foods, but with natural foods, plants, animals, fruits, vegetables. We got to try to get back to nature. Invest in yourself. Take off your shoes. Go put your feet on the grass, real grass, not AstroTurf. Go put your feet in the sand. Go take a walk without your shoes. Ground into nature. The energy coming up from the earth is magnificent and such a beautiful investment on yourself. Get out into the sunlight. The natural sunlight, which you can see is pelting me right here. The sun enlightens us. It feels good. It gives us vitamin D. Like, it helps us to feel good. Go out into nature. Invest in you. Invest in your body. Invest in your heart. Invest in your soul. Try to make an investment in yourself and see if you have any changes. Do you feel better? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel just as heavy and maybe not as light? I don't know. Everybody's different, but I can share with you what worked for me. It's a beautiful space to be, and you are worth the investment. You have nothing to prove. You have nothing to show. You don't have to work your fingers to the bone to make an investment on you. It's small, subtle changes and mindset, but you are worth it. And I say this all with love because it's hard to hear. Sometimes the truth is hard to hear and digest, and it might take you a while. Rewatch the video. Allow yourself to think, God, she's not making any sense to me. Or, ooh, yeah, you know what? I kind of do feel like that. And now I kind of understand, you know what? I'm going to make a conscious effort to start making some changes. It might not happen overnight. Sometimes it might take us a while. And sometimes we might fall off that wagon. That's okay. Everything is okay. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. So I offer you to try it. See how it works for you. I say this with love. Welcome. Thank you for coming to my channel. It's been a beautiful space to be. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or concerns. I will get back to you. Thank you.